Well, hello Sagittarius, this is Joe. I'm going to do your July 2020 general tarot reading. This is an intuitive reading, so it is not going to resonate and fit with everybody. Some of it might and other parts might not, and for others of you this entire reading may very well hit you in a way that speaks to you in its entirety. I don't know if it will, if it won't, but my hope is that the messages will come out that need to come out. So I'm going to ask my ego to step aside and just allow this message to come out, and ask that the cards really inspire me to deliver the message that you need to hear at this time. I'm going to say that this isn't about any specific topic. It could be about anything. Anything can come out in this reading. And look at this. This is crazy. Leo had this Ace of Swords, and it was an amazing, powerful reading. It was probably one of the most powerful readings I've done in a long time. There was a lot of energy just coming out of me in this reading. So, July, Sagittarius, you have the Ace of Swords. So we're going to see what this is about and explore that. I generally don't read reversals. Okay, Six of Cups in these types of readings because I don't feel like I need to. I think the message is still going to come out that needs to come out, and I try not to make these too long of readings. But with that said, let's see what the cards have to say. So in your recent past, you have Six of Cups, and you have the Ace of Swords for the kind of the theme of July, and the Knight of Coins in the outset, the near future. You have the Knight of Swords, in your shadow side, your subconscious. What is it you want? You want the Ten of Coins, okay? And what is crossing you? Temperance. Very nice. You have the Five of Coins in the advice. Look at that. Three of Wands. I believe this was either Aries or Sagittarius. Might have been Aries that had this. Okay. Seven of Swords in your hopes and fears. And the Hermit in the outcome. Beautiful. Bottom of the deck. The Moon. You know what? This is very fitting because we are going into the lunar eclipse coming. And I think this moon card coming out, I think for a lot of you there's a revelation that you're having. And it's funny, the Hermit is here. And I think there is a revelation that you're having in July. And I think part of this message here is saying that not everybody's out to get you, that you don't have to distrust everybody because the past doesn't dictate the future. The past doesn't repeat itself by default. What we choose to repeat in our life, oftentimes karmic things we choose to repeat over and over until we learn the lesson we have to learn. But this is, to me, is saying that you can learn to trust people again. I think this, to me, is like saying Ace of Swords is to really make a conscious decision to change your outlook, to look at things from a different perspective, because not everybody has your best interest, obviously, but I feel like some of you have developed a distrust of people in the past, and that distrust is something that is kind of been hanging around for some time, and I think that distrust has kind of skewed your ability to really it's become your fullest potential. You have two knights here. You have the Knight of Coins and you have the Knight of Swords. And to me, this is about stepping into your potential, your highest potential, and putting that to work for you. And I think this is time for you to begin to start to trust people again. It's not saying to be naive, but it's to know that not everybody is an enemy. And not everybody has to prove themselves to you before you can trust them, before you can work with them, before you can maybe develop a relationship with them. So I feel like this is all about you gaining back gaining back a piece of yourself that you've departed with a long time ago. And I think that comes out of pain and trauma. And I think that comes out of just being wounded enough times to where you just decide not to be that nice, caring, loving, affectionate, passionate person anymore. Because when people take advantage of us enough times, we become hardened like stone. Our hearts become hard. Our minds become kind of cynical, and we can really just really change who we are. And that is really saying the past is not your future. It's time to let go of whatever it is that that you want to let go of. This is the time. The eclipse is the time. It's the perfect energy to let go, to confront things in your shadow that are holding you back, because the Ace of Swords, is cutting through this for you, and it's exposing that so that you can really have the way illuminated for you and just take a new step in your life, a leap of faith. You have the Knight of Swords, which is in like your foundation, your subconscious, and I think the Knight of Swords, this is you, like this is what you want to do, but you're being held back, and that being held back is the Temperance crossing you. It's your challenge. Temperance to me intuitively represents a feeling of keep waiting for the perfect time to charge forward, and every opportunity you get, you keep waiting and holding off because you're afraid to take advantage of that opportunity to let go and charge forward. And you want to be like the Knight of Swords. You just want to move forward because you know that whatever you've been through, whatever you've gone through, really is a part of your experience. And these experiences have ended. They have long been over with. They have been heavy and burdensome. And it's no longer really something you need to carry forward with yourself. And the Knight of Swords is you really wanting to just charge ahead and leave all that behind. And, to set out on a completely new path. And I feel like this is a great time in your life to just let go of things and to pursue really almost anything that you want. So if you have anything that you've been really conjuring up and dreaming about for a very long time, if you have anything that you've really been hoping to pursue or waiting for the right moment to pounce and take advantage of a time or something, a situation to advance yourself in this lifetime, whether that's materially, whether that's with relationships or both or anything, whatever it is you've been lacking the courage to take on, it is a good time for you to take that on, because you have the Ten of Coins and what it is you want. And I think this Ten of Coins is saying, hey, I agree with you. I want to see this manifest in your life. This is the universe saying that it is like offering you this opportunity, but you have to be the one to take those steps. So temperance to me is like almost I don't want to call it an apathy, because I read the cards intuitively, and then I'll kind of put the traditional meaning with it and just bring out the message I need to bring out. It's not really about being apathetic. It's just about being hesitant and not completely trusting anymore, and having to relearn to trust again. Excuse me. The Six of Cups in your recent past. I didn't really talk about that too much, and I do want to touch on something here, but I think I think this is about opportunities that you've missed out on because you were too focused on the nostalgia of things, a time in your life where that brings you good feelings, good memories. And but along in this Six of Cups, there's so many opportunities that maybe you missed out on. You were kind of being hung up out of fear and worry of moving forward. But you have two knights, and one is very fast. One is what you want. You want to act like that Knight of Swords. You just want to charge forward, have courage. So take heart, Sagittarius, and take that step and move forward. You got to remember that you're not going alone. You're riding a horse. Okay, so this is not you running out there exposed completely to the world without any armor, without anything to protect you, without anything to share the load. You have a horse. You're a knight. You're riding a horse. So you have a spiritual guide that is there, that's going to carry a bigger percentage of the load than you really realize. And then you have the Knight of Coins. And to me, this Knight of Coins is all about, the first word I get is wisdom. And I know, to me, it's like a newfound wisdom. It's acting and thinking carefully and distinctly about your next move, what it is you want to do, how you want to handle things. So I feel like there's this balance that is there and available for you at your disposal, because the Knight of Coins isn't impulsive. It's not acting without thinking. It's very deliberate, and it's very thought out, and it is actually is like this feeling of just being true to yourself, but being careful in a sense. So I think that you have a really good balance here now to move forward, and the advice is the Five of Pentacles. I think this is to let go of whatever it is you've lost in the past, because the more you look at what you've lost, the more opportunities you're going to miss out on. You have the Three of Wands in your influences, and I don't know if the Three of Wands here is more about things, not just about things coming your way or manifesting, materializing, but I think this to me is also saying that you have two knights, and both knights are on horses. And to me, in this reading, the horses are representing your spiritual guides, your spiritual team that is really there, and to tap into that, because they are going to assist you to bring in opportunities, to bring in what you need, when you need it, at the right time, the right place, the perfect opportunities. And I think this is time to let go of what you've been looking at, how you've been looking at things and assessing things, because you're missing opportunities. And I think they're trying to tell you to pay attention, because there is a lot of going on around you that is unseen, and you have a lot of force carrying you forward. And those horses to me are your spirit guides. They're your spiritual mentors. They are your spiritual team, and they're here to share the load, to be the backbone, to be the unseen force in your life. Where if you've ever seen somebody that's so successful and you think everything they touch just turns to gold, I know somebody like that, and it just wows me every time. And this is, to me, that feeling is like, this is your time. This is your time for everything you touch to turn to gold. The Ten of Coins is here. Everything you touch is going to manifest and materialize into something very, very tangible and good for you in your life moving forward, if you're willing to let go. And I keep getting the message. There's a lot in this reading to me about letting go. The Seven of Swords to me is not about being, it's in your hopes and fears. This is, to me, your biggest fear is having something taken from you again, time and time again. And I think this is saying you need to let go of that. You need to completely let go of that and move forward in faith and trust. And I think that the Hermit here is also saying to you that you really have to trust your spiritual guidance, that you have to look toward your spiritual team, to really take the time to center yourself, be quiet, to tap in, ask your guides, ask your spiritual team to reveal themselves to you, to bring you answers, to bring you guidance, to lead you down the litten path in the dark, to illuminate the way for you. Because out on the outset of this, when this is finally starting to manifest and materialize in your life, it's going to speed up. It's going to be something that has a lot of momentum. The more you let go of these fears that you have, the faster it's going to speed up what it is you want to come into your life. You have the perfect opportunity here to let things go. And I believe the moon here is to illuminate what's in your shadow, to call to attention, to confront those things so you can just come out on the other side of this with a new perspective. The Hermit is calling you to really look deep. Deeper than your soul and deeper than your heart, deeper than your mind, but to look deep and call upon your spiritual team to reveal to you the things that you need to come to a realization with. This is also coming into a different kind of union spiritually with your spiritual team, because they are really very strongly present in your life at this time. And so I think this is a lot about letting go of those fears, putting trust in your spiritual team and what you can't see, in the physical world. And if you could just poke a hole in the veil, you would see on the other side. If you could just peer through a keyhole, you would see a symphony of just amazing spiritual energy supporting you, lifting you up, and trying to help you along. And this is about letting go of the resistance. And all those things of the past are resistance on your manifestations, on your path forward. It can be a drag, and this is time to let go of those things so you can have that better newfound life moving forward. We're going to pull one or two of these, and we're going to see what the final message is here. Time for a nap. Okay. I think, to me, the first message I get is pay attention to your dreams. Try and train yourself to almost get into a sleep, even during the day. I do this all the time, this kind of lucid state. And in fact, my mother came to me that passed the other day. I had a major victory in life that is something drug on for over 4 years. And I allow myself to get lucid. I don't allow myself to fall asleep, but I don't allow myself to be completely awake. And I think this is what this is saying. And you'll get so many messages. You'll see visions. You'll hear you'll hear things that will amaze you and wow you. And I think this is saying not to just take a nap and rest and recuperate and recover. I think this is saying take the time to get in that realm of lucidity, so that you can tap into your spiritual team and get the messages that you need to hear. And just try it, trust it, because it's amazing. I've had I could tell so many amazing stories about this technique that I use. And then poised. See, you are poised to move forward, to charge forward with grace, with integrity, in a way that people are going to take notice. So you're going to be able to move very quickly, but with grace, with elegance, with strength and durability. But this, I think, manifests after, if you're willing to let go of what is dragging you, what is slowing you down. It's like driving with the brakes, your foot on the brakes on a car is kind of the message here, that I feel this is what you need to let go of, what you need to stop doing. Stop applying pressure to the brakes while you're trying to go down the freeway at 70 miles an hour, and you're pushing on the brakes for no reason, because there's nothing in your way ahead of you. So Sagittarius, that's your message. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, take 2 seconds, hit that thumbs up for me. I would appreciate it. I have additional information in the description that might be of interest to you. Leave me a comment below if you wanted to chime in and share anything, and hit that subscribe button if you want to hear more from me in the future. So that is it. I love each and every one of you. I am going to just have a special kind of quiet moment meditation for the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius that I did tonight. I'm going to try and just put my intentions on these readings that I did, and to help bring some positive energy your way. And I just want to see you guys all succeed and overcome any obstacles, to keep believing, keep trusting, keep having faith, because it's there for you. Everything you want and need is there for you. And I'm going to end it here. Have a great rest of your day.